Today I will explain you the process of creating a table in MySQL database using Java in Visual Studio Code environment. So first I will show you what is the Visual Studio Code, how to open it. So you need to have the software prior installed in your system. So you can type like Visual Studio Code. So you get Visual Studio Code. Just click that. Now this is the environment for the Visual Studio Code. Then where we need to open the file and like create the file, and we need to write the application of Java. So before starting my application, I will show you the database of MySQL. So you need to have the MySQL database installed in your system. So once you have that, you can type MySQL command line argument, command line client. You get this, and it is asking the password for the database. So by default, it is taking root as the username. So at the time of installation, you need to set the password. So I'm typing the password what I have given for my database at the time of installation. So once you give that password, it is connected and it is going to it is showing the prompt for you. Now here you need to create one database. Then you need to create the tables inside the database. So how to create a database here is I write like create database, then database name. So if suppose I'm giving stud1, so the database name could be anything, but as of now I'm creating stud1 with respect to student. So just put a semicolon here and click enter. Now one row affected. So now if you want to just check whether the database is created or not, you can type show databases command. Show databases, put a semicolon. So it is going to list all the things. Now here stud1 is created. Okay. Now I want to just go for that particular data because I have so many databases. I want to go to the concerned database. You can use a command called use stud1. Now you can say the database is changed. Now if you want to see how many tables are available into that particular database, so you can type show tables. Show tables. Now you can see empty set. There are no tables right now because just now we have created the database in MySQL. So now I will write a Java application, and when I execute my Java application through JDBC, what I'm developing now, one table need to be created in this particular database called stud1. So that is the basic intention of my application, what I'm going to write here. So go back to the Visual Studio Code. Now here you need to have a folder where you can save your file. So I have Java VS1 folder, and you can save anywhere, wherever you like, but you need to go there and compile and run. So I have a VS1 folder here, Java VS1. Inside that I have so many subfolders. I want to create a new one. So you can go for this option called new folder. Here you have some icon for the folder called new folder. Just click that. It is asking for the name here. So just type Java VS25 is the folder name what I'm giving. You can give any name. Then press enter. Now you can see here Java VS25 has come. Just select that and right click. When you right click, you have so many options. Here you just go for new file. Just click that. Then you type here the file name. So maybe I'll give this name as create table.java, and press enter. Now here you can type the program here. Now I need to go for a API, JDBC API, that is SQL package. So I import that, import java.sql .star. Okay. Now class, the class name and file name should be same so that the compilation and running will be easy. Create table, and here public static void main string with arguments. Then I'm going for try block because there could be some exception uh, there could be some exception raises. So I don't want to just leave like that only. I need to go for the try and catch block for handling the exceptions. Now inside this, I go for the first step, loading of drivers. So I'll write the code like class.forName. Now in this, I need to write the MySQL driver name, what I want to load. Okay. So I'm writing form dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Now this is the path for loading the drivers. Now here you need to understand like this driver is a class, predefined class available in JDBC package. JDBC subpackage for CJ, CJ subpackage for MySQL, MySQL subpackage for COM. Now that is a hierarchy. So ultimately what we are trying to do here is we are trying to search for this class in your system so that it need to get activated and that need to be applicable for your application what you're writing now. So you need to have this driver in your system. Now if you don't have this particular class in your system, you will get one exception, that is class not found exception. So what I can do here is you can download MySQL connector jar file from the Google. You can just that is a free download. You can just download and store in one folder. That is a jar file. What you need to do is you need to extract the file which is available in that particular jar file. So you know that how to extract the particular file. Just right click the particular jar file and click extract all, and it is going to store in one folder. And inside that you have a particular one more jar file called MySQL connector that you need to just copy the complete path wherever it is. You need to copy and you need to go for my computer, right click, properties, and go for environment variables. Then in that you have class path option, class path. In that you need to paste this particular path, and after that you need to write after the path you need to write a backslash, and you need to put the complete jar file name. Okay, now that is a particular process. Later on I'm going to just create a video on the class path setting also in the coming videos, so just you can go with that. Now here we are passing this particular driver for the method called forName. Now forName is a static method available in a class called class, and this class there is a variation. This class capital C, what you're seeing, is a predefined class in java.language package. This one is a keyword small c to declare a class. Okay, so since the static method is available in a different class, you need to call with help of its class name, right? So once this is over, you need to go for connection establishment, driver manager dot get connection of. Here I need to write JDBC colon MySQL. Now JDBC colon MySQL is a sub protocol, and colon double slash localhost. Why I'm writing localhost here is the MySQL database is in my system, local system, and the application what I'm typing is also in the local system. So if you want to refer to the local system where your database is residing, you need to name it as a localhost. And you have the port number for MySQL is 3306, then slash stud1, the database what I have created, right? That database name. And you can make the secure sockets layer where you need to provide a secret socket layer certificate, but as of now we are not having that. We are making that as a false. Okay, use SSL is equal to false. Okay, and you need to put a question mark and pass the parameter. Then after that you put a comma. Then write the username for the MySQL database, that is root. Then you write the password for the MySQL database. So I have given my name as a password for MySQL database at the time of installation. So this is the way how you are going to write. So here you can see JDBC colon MySQL is a sub protocol, and the localhost, since my database is in the same system, I'm writing localhost, and the port number for MySQL database is 3306. Then STUD1 is a database what I've created. That means I want to connect to that particular database in MySQL. Then you are putting a question mark and passing a parameter, like parameter name is use SSL, secure sockets layer. I'm not using any secure sockets layer here because if I use, I need to provide some certificates, trust certificates. So I'm not using that. So I'm making it as false. Then you need to write, in order to connect STUD1 or MySQL, you need to give the username of that and password. Okay. Then once it has been done, you need to create a statement object. st equal statement st equal to con dot create statement. Now here you can see this is an interface and this is a method. Now if you go for this, here also the get connection is a static method and the driver manager class is holding that get connection method. So you need to call with the help of the class name. But here the connection is an interface. That means once you are creating a connection, it returns a connection reference variable. Okay, so the connection is an interface. Now in order to work with SQL queries, I require a statement reference variable. So I'm writing statement interface st equal to con dot create statement. Now once the st reference variable is created, you need to call st dot execute update method. Okay, in order to write the actual query, create query. So create table. I am giving student DB, student database 1, and I'm creating the roll number, which is an integer, and s name, that is student name, is varchar of some 30 characters. Okay, so I'm creating student database db1 as a table name. You can give any table name. Then roll number is a column name and int is a data type, comma, second column s name is the column name, varchar is the data type, and third is the size of the character, that is the number of characters for the name. Once it is over, you need to print like system.out.println table created successfully. This is for our confirmation only. Okay, so once we see that, we need to just cross verify in the database also whether it is created or not. Now once it is over, you need to close the statement, then you need to close the connection what we have created. Okay, now after this try block is closed, then you go for catch block and you write exception superclass. Then here you call one method called e dot print stack trace, which is going to give you the complete error information line by line. Okay, now once this is over, you can close the main method and close the class. Okay, right? So now this is the way how we are going to write the code for creating a table. Now we will see once we execute the application, just save. After that save, once I just run this application, I need to get this text and I need to cross verify in the MySQL database. So here you have a run option, run code. You just click this and here you got table created successfully. So we are not happy by only seeing this particular message. We just go for MySQL database. Okay, here you just type show tables, because when I type earlier you get empty set. Now I need to get a student db1, so I'm writing show tables. Now you can see I have created student db1. Now if you want to just check the tables, inside this you type describe, DESC for describe, student db1. Okay, so that it will show the structure of the table. So you can see roll number, it was integer, and its name, which was varchar of 30 characters. Okay, so here I have not given any constraints, so by default values are going to get here. Now this is the way how we are going to create a table through Java application. So we are using a JDBC API, that is java.sql, in order to connect to MySQL. Okay, so whatever the code we have written, the same thing we can see here. Automatically we have got the table. Right, earlier it was not there, but now after execute the program, the table is automatically created here, and you can see the structure of the table. So this is the process of creating a table by writing the JDBC code in Java to connect to the MySQL database and create a table. Okay, so I hope I have given a clear information on how to create the table in MySQL database using Java API, that is JDBC API, and through Visual Studio Code environment. So if you like this video, do comment, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Thank you.